Hey guys, so I've taken a few minutes to go over the comps for the area, and Russell, you pretty much nailed the price right off the bat. I'm going to go through the tedious details, but know that your gut feeling, your gut reaction was pretty much right on the money. Let's go ahead and share my screen here. This is the subject property. It's 913 Drayton. Asking 315, which is way too high from what I'm looking at. We do need to adjust for the air conditioner. We also need to adjust for the fencing, and then just general lack of maintenance. And I think when she purchased the property, understanding the emotional trauma that she was going through, she hadn't done anything to that property. She just bought it, and now she just wants to sell it. I don't see where she's done anything to improve the property. But let's kind of get into the details. I'll make this quick for you. Property 1,832 square feet. It's in a great neighborhood. Trees, the streets, everything I'm really pleased with. But when we look at the history of the property, it went on the market at 315. Then it sold. We don't know what it sold for, but it's back on the market at 315, and now it's still active at 315. But let's go down. This is what she paid for it before. And if you notice, the closing date is, where's our closing date? 12/2 of 2021, 7 months ago. Yes, I give her some credit for the appreciation, and we're say a 10% credit. We're at a 20% appreciation level going on right now. So we might want to consider, a little bit above the offering price that she purchased it at. But again, we're going to go on a little bit farther and look at some of the other comps in the area. So if I pull up the Shavano Square, Savannah Square area, we've got one pending, two are under contract, and we have the active one, then we have some solds. So the pending one, it was priced at they started higher than 312. It was like 330. It did go pending, and I'm just going to flip through. Looks like the cabinets are decent, like the floor plan, like the flooring. I'd say it looks, wow, not a lot of, oh yeah, it looks like it's in pretty good shape. I'd give it kind of bare bones on the kitchen. But we are talking 2,066 square feet, so it's got a lot more square footage. And I'd say it's probably in pretty good condition. Unfortunately, we don't know what it sold for. We just know that the top of it was at 312. If I remember right, they had a price reduction. Yeah, they started at 320, and then 7 days later they dropped it to 312. It went under contract at 312, and it's pending on the 17th, 5/17. Okay, so that's a good one. This one sold. The asking price was $235,000. It was 1,400 square feet, so it's actually way too low. But it's going to give us something to look at here. Bad pictures. Kitchen's pretty decent. I can't really tell much from these pictures. I'd say that's pretty decent. Bathroom, decent. Not a lot to work with as far as that's concerned. And then again, the price. It actually sold for $254. So it did come up 254, 1,435 square feet. I think that was a fair price, not something fantastic. Then the next one listed for 285. It was 1,560 square feet. It sold for 285. So they got a good price for this one. Doesn't look like they got a lot of trees in the front yard, maybe some in the back. Hot tub. Oh, it's one of those swim pools where actually the water cycles so that you can do laps or swim. But it looks like there's not much else yard to it. Oh, nice covered area, screened-in porch. Nice. Oh, nice flooring. Nice flooring. Really, really like that. Again, pictures are not the best, but I like the open kitchen. I like the open concept. That's fairly decent, really decent. And again, 285,000, 1,560 square feet actually speaks to raising the value of our subject property above the 280, even though I don't think we're going to have to go there for several reasons. The next one is a sold property. It was 1,488 square feet. They're asking 240,000 for it. Sold for 240,000 on the first day. Wow. I don't know if that was poor marketing or if the real estate agent just dropped the ball. First day, they should not have accepted a $240,000 offer. They probably could have gotten a little bit more money out of it. It did was offered VA, FHA. Not really a lot to work with on the pictures. I would just say they had a horrible real estate agent. Don't know who that guy is, and it was an investor who sold it, but yeah, that's an anomaly. Whoever bought this one got a good value, a good value. Of course, again, we don't know the age of the roof, air conditioner, stuff like that. This next one sold. They're asking 250,000 for it, basically, and it sold for 274,000. It was 1,529 square feet. Looks pretty decent front. Like the brickwork. Like the two-car garage. The driveway looks good. I did that. A lot of pictures of the front yard. Backyard looks good. Or side yard. Backyard looks good. There's a lot of value in that backyard. Yeah, I think that's pretty decent. Storage shed, nominal value. But the trees and the yard, I'd say that gave it some really good value. Oh, Frisbee golf. Nice patio. Air conditioner looks decent. Looks like it's been replaced. Flooring looks good. I love the whiteness. The trim work looks good. Obviously, we're looking at pictures, but we're going to assume that everything looked really decent on the inside of the house. Like the stairwell, kitchen. Nice bathroom, really nice. Yeah. Oh, so they did some upgrades. I flipped it back to the shower stall. It looks like it does have a water softener in there. It's good. Yeah, I'd say this house is in a little better condition than the house that we were in. Garage looks good. Water heater looks good. I don't see a water softener. There we are with that. Okay. So there's that one. And then we're going to go to the next comp. This is the subject property. So we've already been through that one. We're going to skip over to the next active option. So this house just sold. They were asking 240,000 for it. 2,193 square feet. Really good sized house. Now this one was such an anomaly that I did call the agent, Jessica here. I called her phone number and talked to her. She said, one is she's a new agent. I'm not real sure she knew what she was doing on the sale here. But the air conditioner needed to be replaced, and she said the roof had severe damage. I also noticed that it was not offered VA or FHA, so it's conventional or cash. So it must have been in really bad shape with the roof and the air conditioner. And I guess right here's along that roof line, some damage there. Really, the house was not prepared for marketing. I don't know who the owner was, but they could have done a better job. House looks crowded. Furniture is all covered for some reason. Don't know why. I think whoever bought the house got a really good deal on it. And now I don't know what they offered on it or what it sold for. She wouldn't tell me that. but it sure was offered at a very low price, 240,000 for 2,100 square feet. That was a strange one there. Okay, then our next house, it's going to be our last one to look at. It's also active option. It's gone under contract. List price 280,000. 24 days on the market before it went under contract. Let's see what we have here. Started at 280, went pending 280 in 5 days. Went back on the market. Then it went back pending, back active, I'm sorry, and then active option. They maintained their price all the way through. So I would say this one's got some value to it. And it's a very accurate reflection of our subject property, which does remind me on that previous one that was such an oddball and anomaly, the 240,000. I did have to do a little bit more research because curiosity just had me thinking about it. So this is what the history of that house is. It went new for 270 on the 429. It went under contract. It made it through the option period, and then it fell out when it was in the pending period. So it must have been an appraisal. So the appraiser came in, looked at it, found the things that were seriously wrong with the property, which would have been the roof, air conditioning is something they look at. And that's when it fell out of contract. It immediately went back on the market at 240,000. So there's got to be something wrong with that house. They're not just going to give away a $240,000 house. Then it went back on the market. It went active option at 240,000. Then it fell through again. So went back on the market for 240,000. Active for two. So there's a lot of time this house has spent on the market, and it's now under contract for 240,000. Not really sure where we're at on that. Must have been a cash deal. And I don't know if the 240 was actually the ending price on that one, but it most likely was purchased to be rehabbed and then resold at a later date. So again, we can't really, as much as I like that $240,000 price, we really can't use that as one of our comps. The 280, we can go back to this. I think we looked at this already. Nope, we have not. It looks kind of weird pictures. So the house looks like it's in fairly decent shape. Again, the pictures aren't the best. It looks dated, dated wallpapering, dated appliances. I bet the carpet probably needs to be replaced. That looks pretty decent. Also looks like the house is vacant. Yeah, it's definitely dated. Nice kitchen. I like the kitchen. I like the tabletop. Nice kitchen. Really nice. Wallpaper is going to go with the flooring. Looks good. Utility room. It's hard to get an idea of where that utility room is. I guess we could look in there and find it. But there we go. Oh, that's nice. Nice big vanities. Oh, the shower stall looks a little small. Probably the master. Out and again dated. Yeah. Double sinks in the secondary bath. Okay, so that gives us an idea. This one's really a better comp. 280,000 a month to sell. We're going to see what that ends up at. Probably not. They probably didn't get the 280 figure. Okay, so that takes us to the program now. This is the appraisal program that I use. It's a San Antonio Board of Realtors and National Association of Realtors. It simulates what an appraiser will look at. And so here we go on this one. All right, so this is what we're looking at here. I've got a $273,704 appraisal. And that is, I didn't adjust directly for the air conditioner or the fencing, but what I did is on my refined values, I did mark the local conditions as super hot, because I think we are in a very hot market. Home exterior condition, I marked it average. There were some things, the driveway, as nice as the yard is, the backyard really needed some help. The trees need some help as far as pruning and maintenance. Home interior condition, I'd say it was well kept, but I'm not going to say it was in fantastic shape. Carpet looked good, painting looked good. It just didn't like shine. You know, I don't think the owner has done anything to it other than purchase it when it was there. The size of the lot was good. I like that. I would give it some credit on the view. I did like that backyard area. Actually, let me give you a little bit of value for that lot, because having that area behind there was kind of a really nice thing. I really appreciate that. Privacy, I'm going to give it some value on the privacy as well, because you can be out in that backyard. You've got that covered patio. I think it's a blessing to be able to go out in your backyard, especially if you have the hot tub, and not have to worry about neighbors talking to you or even knowing that the neighbors are there. So let's give it some value for the lot size, the views from the street view as well as the back view, not having to look at any other houses, and then the privacy value. So that actually would push it to 299. So that kind of gives us a window. Very bottom would be 275. Very top would be 299. I think we'll be able to get it for much less than the 299. Again, she bought it for 275 7 months ago. So I know she's going to try and hold on to that value, but I don't know if it's really up to us to go in there and do that. I do like the house. I do think it's a good house. I think it's going to serve you guys well in the future. Ultimately, we might want to come in at like say 280. Russell's first initial reaction is probably going to be dead on. Let's go in at 280, see what kind of response we get, and then just be patient with her and let her come to the realization that she's not going to get the 312 or over $300,000 price that she's looking at. So here you are. Take some time, talk about it. Feel free to reach out to me. I'm up for the next couple hours or so. And if not, just reach out to me in the morning. I get up really early in the morning as well. So I'm here for you guys. Thanks for taking the time to watch this short video. Bye.